Hello guys, welcome. In this video, I, Z Lizard, will be teaching you how to play Magic the Gathering. Although you may call me Zach instead of Z Lizard, whatever you prefer. And I am going to teach you how to play the standard game of Magic the Gathering. And then in a podcast episode that will be uploaded on this channel, I will be teaching you how to play Commander and reviewing how to play over the normal rules of Magic the Gathering again. So yeah, on your turn, when you first start the game, you're going to meet with your friend or your family member or whoever, maybe at Thanksgiving dinner or before dinner or whatever. You're going to take your 60 card deck and you're going to place it down wherever you see fit, okay? And then you're going to need something to keep track of your life total. Your life total starts at 20, and as the game progresses, will either go down, up, or down and up, or up and down. And the way it may do that is by things like creatures. This creature that I have is Creeping Trailblazer. It's a 2/2, which means it's 2 power and 2 toughness. The power is on the left side, which is the side that is closest to my finger. So the side that is closest to this finger right here. And then the toughness is the one that's closest to the edge of the border. That's how you can remember that. And typically, a creature, the toughness and the power are the same. But for this creature, Whisper Agent, its toughness and power are different. Now, I'm going to give you a quick quiz. Which one, the higher number, is it the toughness or is it the power? If you said power, you were correct. I'm going to put this guy back over here. Now, back to Creeping Trailblazer. If you want to cast this guy, he's a creature. The way you know that is in this middle text. It says Creature Elemental. Typically, unless you are playing some type of tribal deck, you do not use the second part, but you can if you want to. You only need to worry about the middle parts. And this guy, he is a 2/2. And the way you cast him is if you play a mountain, which is something that looks like this, only this is not a mountain. This is a water droplet or an island. The way you can tell that this is an island is 1, it's blue and water is blue. And 2, right in front of my finger, it says island. And if you want to cast Creeping Trailblazer, you have to turn sideways a red land and a green land. If you do that, you can cast Creeping Trailblazer. When you cast Creeping Trailblazer, you will put him onto the battlefield, and he will have Summoning Sickness. You can show that he has Summoning Sickness in many ways. Typically, you just remember it, but if you are not great at remembering, you can take something that you have and put it on him so that you can remember, whether it's a coin or a piece of paper or whatever you have, you can put it on him. However, my brother likes to turn it upside down because he's sick. You can't battle when you're sick. So that's how he remembers. But you can block. And that is how you cast a creature. Now, however, on your turn, when you very, very, very first put your deck down and you draw 7 cards, here's what I recommend. At least have 3 lands, which are these things. Now, the colors are many different. There can be blue, like this, black, as in swamps, red, as in mountains, green, as in forest, and white, as in plains. When you play islands or swamps or plains or mountains or whatever you play, you have to play them straight up. Unless, in their text box, they say you must tap this card to play it. Otherwise, you play it straight up. And immediately after you play your island or whatever it is, you can use it to tap for mana. The way you do that is you turn it sideways, which is called tapping. And then you can, if you successfully tap a red and a green, you can play Creeping Trailblazer. Creeping Trailblazer will come under your control, and he can block, but he cannot attack until your next turn. When you draw your first 7 cards, I recommend you at least have 3 lands and 4 other spells. Spells are anything that you use mana to play. So anything except for mana is a spell. That includes planeswalkers, instants, sorceries, and of course, creatures. Now, however, I will go over all of this in my podcast again and go into much more deeper detail. I just wanted to skim the basis so you now know how to cast a creature in Magic the Gathering. In my podcast, I will go over how you cast a spell and the parts of the turn and much, much more. Thank you for being on this quick journey with me, and I hope that you continue watching my podcast, and that's all.